Hello and welcome to a special edition of NL Now. I am Danielle Butt. No, Gary's not here right now, but I do have the guy behind Gary. Today we're having a special edition, a behind-the-scenes look of NL Now. Joining me is Jake Thompson, and he is the puppeteer behind Gary. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Jake. I'm 11. I go to St. John Bosco.
And you're excited that we are going to do a behind-the-scenes look, get to show everybody how it all works here. Now, you've got a few sets to show us. So do you want to go take us through your first set? Where are we going?
Gary's desk.
Gary's desk. Now, we get to see this on all of the NL Now shows. So this is kind of cool because we're going to get to see behind the desk as well. Okay, take us through.
Okay, let's go. So, this is the desk you see all the time, but what you don't see is behind the desk.
Okay.
Now, I'll take Gary, and I'll go down here.
We're going to get the camera down there.
Yes, so usually when Gary's interviewing the guest, there's paper here. The script is taped on to the bottom of the desk, so I can read what to say to the guest, and all the questions are down here and everything.
Now, what I find cool is how much of a director you are, not just the whole script writer for NL Now, and not just the interviewee, or the interviewer, rather, but you're also the puppeteer, but you also are the director. And when I came in, you had to show me around first. Let me know how this is all going to play out. I think it's very impressive. So after we leave here, where do we go?
Well, we're going to go see the music studio, where the musical guests do their thing.
Let's check it out. So, Jake, here we are in what area?
Music studio.
All right. Where do we go?
So, this is where the musical guests perform their songs and stuff. In here, we've had Damian Follett. We've had the Rolling Kings. We've had a few more people in here, too.
So, where do you end up?
Well, I end up in a box.
Okay, you're in the box.
Yep. I'm always
literally in the box.
In the box. I'm always ending up in a box or under a desk or something. Okay, in the box I go. Sit on my stool.
Now, there is a little stool down here and tons of puppets.
Oh, yes.
I've got to ask, out of all your puppets, which one is your favorite?
Well, it would have to be my first real puppet, who most of you viewers at home will probably know, is Mr. Moody, Lawrence Moody. He's the old man puppet I have.
And when did you get him?
3 or 4 years ago, and he's married to Miss Linda Moody. We actually had a wedding.
So where do you come up with the names and the whole background for these puppets?
Well, usually, like Zuri, I just look at the puppet, and like looking at it, if it's a girl or a boy, then I pick the name, then where the character will be from. Like Zuri, she's an African ostrich.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is pretty cool.
You have a different voice for every puppet?
Some puppets have the same voice. Like, some of them aren't intentionally meant to be the same voice, but they sound a bit like the same voice. Like,
But they all have different attitudes or character?
Yeah. Yeah, they all have different attitudes.
Personalities.
Yeah, different personalities.
Okay, so when you bring in your musical guests and your guests for in your studio, where do you find them?
Well, usually we'd either contact them through Facebook or emailing them or sometimes phoning them or sometimes they phone us and come to us. And that's...
All the above.
Yeah.
Social media is pretty cool. You know what else is pretty cool? That this is not the end of your studio tour.
No, it is not.
Where else are we going to go?
We're going to go see where all these guys live.
They have a home.
We have a home. Okay, so let's walk through the hallway here. Hello, Tiki Tiki. So we'll walk in and...
Now this is cool. So tell me a little bit about this room.
Well, this room, when we bought the house, it wasn't here. There was no wall here. It was just a part of the basement. But now, we put up that wall, and that wall. We put down some flooring, painted the walls, and now we got a room where I live. Yes, where Gary lives.
What are some of your favorite toys in here?
Well, let's see. Besides the puppets, some of the stuff I like these. These are old. I've had them for a while.
Sesame Street characters, gotta love
Yep.
it.
Let's see. I like my Muppet pin collection.
I've never seen those before.
Oh, well,
That's cool.
yes. And I like the Muppet Babies figures. Those are cool.
So now, do each of your puppets, when they come in here to go to sleep at night, do they all have their own little beds?
Well, I mean, when you look at this, it's called a puppet tree. They all sort of live on this tree. You just take them and put them on the tree. And
So have any of Gary's friends ever starred on NL Now?
yes, there's actually 4 main characters in NL Now. It's Gary, Mr. Moody, who I was talking about earlier, Tom the Chicken, and Weaselton,
Weaselton.
Gary's son.
Oh, true that. Now, I got to ask, if people wanted to watch your show, how do they do it?
Well, if you're watching it now, you're either on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter.
Seeing that I've been playing host this whole time, I want to take it to the desk. Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
Let's do it up.
Let's do it.
So here we are at the interview desk at NL Now, and we have Gary, Mr. Moody, and Jake. I want to try something that you do on all your shows. Let's play Get to Know Me.
Oh,
Okay, explain to people how Get to Know Me works.
well, Danielle will ask me 5 questions, and I will come back with the first thing that pops into my head.
I like it.
Good. I think that's right. I think that's how I explain it.
Now, who's going to answer the questions? Jake, Gary, or Mr. Moody? Or is everybody going to jump in?
We'll all jump in.
Figured as much.
Yes.
Okay then, let's start.
Okay.
How about, what's your favorite color?
Oh, that'd have to be black, blue, purple,
I like it.
and purple.
What's your favorite food?
Chicken wings, macaroni and cheese, pizza.
I like pizza too. And what's your favorite Muppet? Let's start with Mr. Moody again.
The piano playing dog, Rolf. I like him. Kermit. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the 2 old men up in the balcony, Statler and Waldorf. They remind me so much of you. Oh, thanks.
What?
Grumpy old man.
Oh, too funny. So what's your favorite movie?
Oh, let's see. What is it? Come back to me. Let's see. This Follow That Bird, the Sesame Street movie. I have to say, The Muppets Take Manhattan. Oh, I got one. Yes. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yes.
Now, if you could meet one puppeteer, who would it be?
Oh, I'd want to meet Steve Whitmire, the current puppeteer of Kermit. I'll have to think about that, Gary. You can go. I want to meet Dave Goles. He's the puppeteer of Gonzo, and I really like Gonzo. Jim Henson.
Jake always has the best answers. Have you noticed that? Okay, so now this question here is just for Jake.
Okay.
11 years old now. What do you want to be when you get out of high school or get out of school? When you grow up?
Well, I'm going to Hollywood. I'm moving to Hollywood. Starting my own puppet business. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. And when I got out of high school, I ended up here. Yes.
Exciting stuff.
I know.
I want to get now to one of my favorite parts of NL Now.
Ooh.
It's time for the selfie stick. We get to take out.
Selfie! I love selfies.
Selfie time.
Selfie.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, perfect. Selfie.
Love it.
Woo.
Now, before we leave today, we want to tell people that if you want to be interviewed, maybe they can email you. What do you think?
Oh, yes, they can email me. Not you, me. Well, it's sort of me too. Stop fighting. Okay. You can email nlnowlive@gmail.com.
Thank you for the interview today. It's been awesome, Jake.
Yes, thank
and
you,
Gary
too.
and Mr. Moody.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for showing me around your studio. It's pretty
Thank
cool.
you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This has been a behind-the-scenes look at NL Now.
Good night, everybody. Night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.